Josh said, you stopped messing with Doug when he didn't need you anymore. And I said, no, that's not true at all. I stopped messing with Doug when I found out he had 1488 on his legs, right? That's when I stopped with that. That's when you should stop too, Josh, right? So let me explain it to you, Josh. Racism from your friend is not, it's not just online behavior. Let me tell you, Josh, what you do by befriending Doug and sitting in that seat next to him, sir, is you victimize your children, man. You secondary victimize your own children by going with Doug. See, Josh is so in line with Doug's beliefs now that Josh is even questioning his own life. You would have to question your own life when you have a best friend that's a racist and you have a whole family behind you that matches, it looks like your family is the thing that Doug put on the back of his legs. I mean, against your family. They are victimized by proxy, Josh. Don't you know that your boys and your wife, you have to hide this from them. You must have to hide this from them, or else you're not hiding it and that your marriage is on the way out, Josh. See, one shot Scott says racism is in the heart. For it to come out on the skin is deplorable, which is the 14 words for the savior of the white race. And then you have 88 on the other leg. And the 88 is H. The 8th letter in the alphabet is H. So the 88 stands for HH, which is Hail Hitler. He was probably trying to fit in. Josh is always towing the middle line, the safe line. I'm afraid to have a backbone, maybe. In prison, yes. But when Doug is on the line, ask Griff or ask me, ask anybody who has had intimate conversations with Doug, and it's the N-word. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you every word out of his mouth is the N-word, but he throws it around in private conversation where you're like, whoa, dude, holy cow. Like, come on, man. And guess what? I would never come public and put racism on anybody that I didn't have proof. Right? You may see different faces and different doxings that happen on this channel, and some of them aren't right. I'm just here to tell you, some of them aren't right. Most of them are very right. But when I come on here and I talk about racism or any deep, meaningful matter, I'm being so sincere, right? There's video proof online, yes. There is video proof online of Doug being a racist. Then he knows drug. I trust what he says about him. Skeptic showed us the video of how mean and hateful drug was to LE hospital staff. Absolutely. And let me tell you what, when the woman didn't come to court for Doug, you wanna know what Doug was caught online saying about her? He said, yeah, that fucking bitch, she wouldn't even come to help us in court. So I tried to warn Josh day one. I was like, Josh was in here last night. He says he wasn't, but he was, we know. Josh has been begging Griff for the proof that Doug is racist because Josh, it's in his mind now. It's in his mind now. He's like, oh my God, did I get fooled or did I knowingly step into a situation with a racist knowing that I had 2 beautiful black sons at home in hopes that no one would expose it? Josh, bro, why put us in the position to have to do this for you? We're not doing this to you. We're doing this for you, Josh. He told me to pipe down. Oh, Josh, bro, it was a stage attempt. Absolutely. Yep, AV Hospital was a setup. And then when it went real life and the lady had to step into court to help Doug and to help AV Watchman, she refused. She was like, that's too much, like having to revisit the scene of the crime. Guess what, Josh? You might as well go befriend Rick Crude too. See, Rick Crude lost his last channel because he forced his little beautiful blonde-haired granddaughter to come on and say WHITEPOWER, motherfucker. That's what she said. White motherfucker. I mean, let me be honest with you. I'm more disappointed with Josh than I could ever be with Doug because once you, it's like Alzheimer's. Racism is like Alzheimer's. Once you decide to be a racist, you just forget that that's part of your life and that shit comes out of your vernacular and out of your stomach and your throat and the side of your neck and your ass and your ear and your nose and your eyes, like all that shit comes out of you. So Doug has lost the power to choose, Josh. UNT has lost the power of choice in many things, and you know this, Josh. He has lost the power of choice. And so what we see that Josh really looks as if he just snuck in because he knew that Doug's behavior was going to continue to progress in a way that absolutely Josh was going to have, CM was going to have to move away from Doug. But see, the thing is that Josh wanted to make sure that CM had a really nice, safe place to land. Okay? Oh, why is it we start talking about he used to hang with all the auditors, Furry Potato and SVG, CCW, CDCW, those channels have proof also. Yes, those channels all have proof of Doug's racism. In fact, most of them have actual video proof of Doug's legs because Doug forgets, like I said before, Doug forgets about the racism. And so Doug does things like put shorts on and go into South LA and shit with that 1488 on his legs. And there was nothing, Josh. I don't owe you an explanation, Josh, but what I'm telling you, Josh, is when you aren't on the right side of your teenager, Josh, they're gonna hate you. My daughter doesn't hate me because I yoke with a racist, Josh. My daughter could care less because my daughter only has African-American friends. Just like me, right? I choose to not deal with the murky muddlings of the kind of Caucasians that I have available to me in real life. They're messy. Not only that, but I don't have anything in common with them other than the color of my skin, right? Other than that, I have nothing in common with them. We walk on 2 legs, right? We're both bipedal. We're all bipedal and we consume fluids to stay alive, right, Josh? But as far as mingling beliefs with these people, Josh, I will not. Since a very young age. I grew up in a place where there wasn't a lot of white folks, Josh. And so quite naturally, geographically and logistically, you attach yourself to the ones that have the same interest and do the same things, Josh. Let me tell you what, Josh, much like your boys, my whole life consisted of having a basketball in my hand. Your whole other life, Josh, your whole internet life consists of covering up for a racist that you're best friends with. We all know he's a racist. But you, sir, you're in denial. You're like, how could, I'm so intelligent. I'm Josh. I'm so intelligent that there's absolutely no way my picker could ever be broke. So now what you're seeing is a double down. See, Josh has such a hard time admitting that he's wrong, that he's going to go hard in the yard, straightforward. In what? Oh, in concert with Doug. Hey, Josh, would you introduce and let your boys come on Doug's Live? Because this is the way real adulting works, right? If you spend any countable time with someone and you value that relationship, isn't it just natural that that is all commingled together, right? Your family, your Doug, your everything, your wife, right? Would you ever put your wife next to Doug or your children? No, you wouldn't. So why would you put yourself as the man of that house? Why would you let your wife and your children watch you online with a racist? Yeah, Nisi said she's seen them legs, and Benny is being 100. Josh, this ain't no lie, bro. This isn't no thing to get you away from Doug for you or for me or for anybody else. Josh, this is to get you away from Doug for your children and your wife. Amanda's seen them. Oxalot has seen them. Emre has seen them. Mother Goose has seen them. We've all seen his legs, Josh. This is me helping you, Josh. This is me helping you stand on your... Look at that. Mara's seen them. No Lies has seen them. Random Squirrel's seen them. Sweet TT has seen them. Kenny Craig, BBK, Jaded, Lizzie. We've all seen Michelle Macklin, NH Girl. Lean on Me, Thicky Nicky, Angie Carter, Lala615, Tarantula Gooch, Leah, Tinglebar, Couch Detectives. We have all seen his legs, Josh. One Shot Scott's seen him. Honest Rage has seen him. Little Linda's seen him. He jumped on the bed too. Yes, he did. TT. Doug is proud of those tats. He did it on a live, Josh. Yeah, Josh. So I hope that answers. I've seen them, and in the same font. Thank you, Seasons. Angie Carter's seen them. No, yeah, Josh has to see them in order to believe it. It was on his own live, BBK says. He is white and he is proud, Josh. Hooah? What's on the legs? Well, no. What's on the legs is a hate symbol that's actually in the hate symbol database, 1488. He was proud of them. Yes, he was proud of them. Josh, this is me trying to help you, bud. The white supremacists in prison that did the tats found out he was Jewish, Josh. They wouldn't finish them, and they threatened to cut them off, so he finished his bid in segregation, Josh. Absolutely. The font is important so that they match. That's the point of the font. You are exactly right, Seasons. Bing, 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 bing. It's the font. How, Josh, did Doug accidentally get the same font for his baseball number and Dale Earnhardt's number? Why wouldn't you just make the 14 look like an actual baseball jersey? And why would you not make the 88 actually look like the number on the side of Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s car? Why, Josh? Those tattoos both have the same font, sir. Have you ever seen... Hold on, let me show you. Look at the 88. Look at the 88. Look at the 88. Look at the 8 there. Look at the 8 there. All right? I bet Dale Earnhardt is his favorite driver. Let me show you something real quick, Josh, just so you know. Just want you to know. Look at the font, bud. Look at the font. See that font? See that font right there? Right? Hoo-ah, Josh? Look at the font, Josh. Right? So, when you're looking at the font, Josh, look here. You can see the 8 on the side of his head. See it? You see that, Josh? How does Doug have the same shit in the same... Now, it's not like he has the shit in a place that he shouldn't have it, right? Do you mean to tell me he's got the same font located in the same flag area as all the other racists? Doug just happened to wait until he became very fond of Dale Earnhardt Jr., right? He waited until he got the love of the number 14 his baseball jersey and the love of Dale Earnhardt Jr., and then when that fantasy was complete, he went in at one time. Josh, those tattoos are not different fonts. They're not from different times. They're from the same sitting. So you mean to tell me in prison he had a neo-Nazi put his baseball jersey number and his favorite NASCAR driver? Fix that tattoo, Doug. Put a baseball in a car or just black that crap out. Yeah, I mean, like, there's no room. There's no room for bigotry here. There's no room for racism here. Like, I think that some people find solace and comfort when they look around and they think everyone's face is the same color, right? And I think that you think that because all the faces appear to be the same color, that if that word slips out of you, it's not like you're at a rap concert and saying it, right? It's like you're just here. Hold on. I guess this is an intervention. Tats will take Doug down. Yes, they will. This is just an intervention. This isn't for Doug. This is not an intervention for Doug. We can't change Doug. We can still change Josh. Josh is still malleable. Josh was doing great documentaries about the West Memphis 3. I mean, all the retro cases. Josh was doing great work. Josh, you were doing what? You were doing great work, Josh. What you're doing now isn't even work. It's just opinionated hanging out with people that you think are more powerful than you, Josh. That's not work. That's you supplicating. That's you allowing, like, come on, man. You didn't have, why not give, look here, you let CM come on. Why not give the same forum to the same people CM has victimized? Why not let that come up and also talk? Man, like, Josh, you ever heard the old terminology, if we knew better, we do better? Like, you can do better, bro. I've seen you do better. I've seen you shine, right? Josh, use your own creative mind and make that money. You don't need that BS with them. No, you don't, bro. You don't need nothing from Doug, bro. It's you and CM that's trying to legitimize Doug, and you don't even know that he's using you that way, right? I mean, this is a big issue, right? Because let me just kick it to you real. Let me just kick it to you real. You're never going to hear me even slip up and say that word. It's just not in my vocabulary, right? And slip up and say that word. It's just not in my vocabulary, right? There are some words. Now, if you've ever accidentally had that word slip out of your mouth, and that means you had it loaded too high to the top of your magazine, right? That bullet was in there too high to the top, right? Like if you've ever accidentally slipped that word out of your mouth, well, you need to go to church, right? That word doesn't just slip out. You meaningfully say that, right? I watched part of Doug's live last night because he had the lady on that helped 423 Chase pay for the billboards. Remember, after that, he called someone a Nazi. I got off. Wow. This is awareness, right? We don't have anything brand new. to talk about with Summers. So what we can do is talk about the issues that make Summers' case so very hard to navigate, right? These cases are impossible to navigate because of the characters that are involved with relaying the information. It's never going to stop. It can't stop. Let me tell you why. It will never, ever stop. It will never stop because CM can't get it right. He also needs to learn about the rules of bingo. B-I-N-G-O, 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 and CM's wrong again. Oh, yeah, man, Josh, man, we want to save you from yourself. We want to save the embarrassment of your family finding out who your best friend is. We want to save you from hard pillow talk with your wife about, who's this buddy Doug? Who's your buddy Doug, Josh? Who is your friend Doug, Josh? I'm seeing a lot of things online, hubby, about Doug being a racist, hubby. You wouldn't be protecting a racist. I mean, I'm African-American queen. You chose me, Josh, because of who I am, Josh. You picked our children, Josh. You picked me for the mother of your children, Josh, because you like something different, Josh. That's okay. Different is great, Josh. But you got to protect those three, Josh. You have to protect them from your pastime. That pillow talk is going to be stiff. Let me tell you what. How do you ever get your wife's respect back? From allowing a person to subtly and unspokenly hate against your own children. I don't know, man. It's really hard. It's really hard. This is the last time I'm going to speak about it. Josh is a great guy. Josh is just filled with hate now because people are attacking his best friend. I think Josh thinks he's trying to save Drug. He plays that card a lot. I know. And you got to know, Josh, you can't help someone in Doug's state. You can't help nobody. I think Josh doesn't want Doug to make fun of him the way he does other people. So since he's scared, he will team up with him and not be real with him. Absolutely. That's how soft these people are that we're talking about, right? Like, what do I look like as a recovering alcoholic and dope fiend? What do I look like hanging out with someone that's a fucking alcoholic and a dope fiend in real life? Man, that don't even make sense, right? That don't even make sense. This is just a PSA. It's just a PSA for Josh, man. Josh, there's a lot of people here that love you, dude. There's a lot of people that love you. Let me show you something from Josh. Let me show you. Doug's ugly is already rubbing off on Josh. I've never wanted to have to show you this, but check this out. So the lab, he says, so I've covered why my daughter hates me. We'll see about when your family hates you. Oh, the lab says, did you really cheat on your wife with a man? I feel so bad for her. Yeah, I cheated on my wife with a man. I've been married one time. So he says, look here. He says, right here, the lab. He said, why did you block and delete my comments? I have more people that love me than you. I can ruin your lives whenever I want. You won't have enough mods. Why did you take off my comments, Minnie? You're gonna ruin my life, huh? This is what I said. I said, you're so caught on YouTube, you fuckstick. You want to ruin my online life when I'm touching your real life? Come on, that sounds like something Doug would say. That's the lab. He's gonna ruin my life because I'm calling him out about being friends with a racist. Josh is gonna ruin my life because I'm calling him out publicly about being friends with a racist. Josh is gonna ruin my life because I'm calling him out publicly about being best friends with a racist. You're welcome, Kimmy. Yeah, bro, you're gonna ruin my life because I want to protect your black wife and your mixed race children from Doug. More people love him. Yeah, that's right. Guess what? I'd rather have no one hate than all the Nazis in the whole world. Real Chablis. Josh, we're doing it for you. I'm trying to help you, Josh. I want you to go back to what you were doing before and keep your wife and your children away from Doug. The shit that... Let me ask you something. We know how this YouTube works, especially for you, right? So have you ever went to your beautiful Ebony Queen and said, hey, wife, I know you're an Ebony Queen, but I just have to tell you about the fun time me and Doug had together last night. You do. You do bring Doug's racist agenda to your beautiful wife unknowingly. Trying to help you, bro. Only comments deleted were for talking about BK's family and he tried last night, right? He can't, Josh is an ad hominem king and he doesn't even know that he falls victim to it, right? So when I come to Josh, I always come to Josh with something really intelligent and I make him question what he believes. And immediately, no other defense mechanism than to go ad hominem. Oh, your daughter hates you. Did you sleep with a man? Josh, guess what? Let me tell you something, bro. Are you also a gay basher? Because let's just assume for a moment that all this masculinity would sleep with a man. Do you know how many stone cold killers every single person in the penitentiary can handle you? And you want to know what? It's a lot of them super masculine men that lay down with other men, bro. What the fuck you gonna do about that, bro? So, you're a gay basher too. And you invite racism into your house. Josh is always trying to come up with some profound, wishy-washy, sad story type stuff to get some of a heartstring type fans. Instead of just being a real dude, it always seems planned. It is. Racist gay bashing. Sounds like druggy Doug. Yeah, bro. Why is he asking who I'm sleeping with? Yeah, all he's got is low blows. Hey, bro, do you lay down and pillow talk with your wife and not make love with her? Because I could see clearly it's a backup of testosterone and semen in you, and they are fighting together to make you soft. Wink, wink, Kimmy. Bro, man, bro. If you knew better, you do better, bro. Why don't you hook up with John Crimes? Because that's more yoked to your situation, bro. That's more yoked to being a good man towards the family you chose. You chose that woman and you chose those children, bro. Do right by them. Let me tell you, Josh, you ever heard the old saying that says, do good even when nobody's watching? Everybody's watching what you're doing. I wish he'd go back to his informational type videos. Me too. It's called integrity, Josh. Doing the right thing even when no one's watching. Bro, And while you're caught in the midst of doing that, you should always be looking for the next right thing to do. Let me ask you this. Do we actually think that Drug Hutton went through 3 years in the penitentiary without gratifying himself via a man? Come on now. Impulsive Doug. Do you think he did 3 years in Pasco without ever touching a penis? Oh no, Doug handled some dicks. Doug handled some dicks in prison. Let me tell you what. Doug went in there fist fighting. You seen how Doug did with the Jewish man that jacked him in the jaw. Nothing. If Doug's buddies in prison could see Doug getting slapped in the jaw by a Jewish man while he had them things on the back of his legs, boy, if Doug ever came back, boy, they'd knife Doug in his kidney. I promise you. I saw something that said Benny likes to wear dresses. Shit, I don't even like to wear tighty whities. It's too much like panties. You understand me? I think AB started the pro back Benny shit. Guess what, AB? I'd rather be laying down with a man than not laying down with nothing, just like you. Fuck you, me. Bye. I'll tell you what. I think Josh is stuck in a real situation at home. Josh is being torn between his addiction for YouTube and the way that he behaves online reflects on his wife, right? See, it's only like we know. I'm gonna tag Josh on this video and watch. It's only obvious, right? That when us men who are married on YouTube, we're spending time away from our wives and our children, guess what? We know our wives are watching this shit. You gotta speak in their language for them to get your voice. That's it. Sometimes in a crowded room full of people screaming and hollering, you gotta whisper to be heard. A whisper's never been my style. So man, this is all it is, Josh. Become a free agent, bro. Go back to being a free agent. Josh, all you've ever said in these emails is things that they've been saying for a year now, bro. Right? It's really strange that we all ask for receipts for everything, except for when it comes to Benny. We'll believe that he lays down with men, and we'll believe all these other things with no receipts. But then go on 2 minutes later and tell somebody else, oh, I need receipts. Seasons. But the receipts are never enough. There isn't any receipts, period. Hoo-ah. So it's just, it's amazing, right? And let me tell you what, these folks, you can't tell them nothing. Yeah, man. You're on here tearing up victims, gay bashing, hanging with racists, hanging with corrupt retired cops with alcohol and ego issues. Everyone that you deal with online has impulsivity issues. You're just involved in a cult. Let me tell you what, it used to be very hard to be a leader of people unless you were born that way physically, in real life. You could lead people. Can you imagine Josh leading anybody in life anywhere except to a fucked up deal? Well, you will mess around and follow Josh into the worst circumstance ever. And then when you get there, he'll turn around and then just do one of these. Or try to come up with some real backhanded, self-talking, contradictory shit. Man, come on. Oh. What does AD stand for? Aryan Brotherhood. Yep. Now, Josh, I challenge you. You know about racism, Josh. I challenge you, Josh, to ask Doug to see the back of legs. And when you take into account everything you've seen in the past couple of days referring to the back of Doug's legs, you then have to make a move. You gotta see, Josh, you gotta pick a way, or you will fuck around and lose here, sir. I don't care if you destroy my life online. I'll just make another one, sir. By you saying you're gonna destroy my life online because I'm asking you not to yoke yourself with a racist because you have black children and a black wife, but you want to destroy my life because I'm asking you to not bring your children and your wife through this shit that you got going on online. It don't even make no sense, bro. It don't make no sense, Josh. You are all twisted up, wanting to be fucking popular, bro. You're not even that popular, right? Like, for real. Like, if you were at least infamous, they'd make videos about you like they do me. I'm famous, but I'm infamous. I'd rather be infamous than famous. Guess what? You see the way they fuck with famous people, paparazzi and all that. Hey, they don't do that to infamous people at all. They don't fuck with monsters. You want to be, bro. You just want to be popular. I get it. There once was a time too, in my early 20s, I wanted to be popular, right? They're using large, legitimate, retired police officers to extend the reach of a man who's racist, and the guy that's his best friend now. You know Doug, babe. Babe, you know Doug, right? Remember Doug and all the problems we had with Doug and shit? I kept telling you all the time, like, I gotta get away from him, and you kept saying, man, you gotta get away from him. And then I did. Remember, wife? Well, so now he's got a new buddy, wife, and this new buddy, he's married to a black man, wife, and they got 2 kids. And he is Doug's best friend, wife. And I know you don't understand why it looks the way it does on here sometimes, wife. But you know how much time we put in here for it to be made malignant, and for it to be made, for it to be made anything less than what it should be, wife. Only on YouTube, right? Only on YouTube, because I would certainly hope that if now I believe Josh can identify 1488 tattoos, Josh, and I expect that probably what you do in your real life is, let's say you're by the broccoli aisle. You know the aisle where they got the little things that, you're over there where it's cold, and you're looking at broccoli and asparagus all rubber band together and shit, and you look over and you see a man with a 1488 tattoo right here on his face, and he looks at you, and you got your wife behind you and your 2 children, and I just hope that you say, fuck the broccoli, forget about the asparagus, and you turn around and you grab your multi-ethnic family and you move it away from that. That's what I hope that you actually do in real life, Josh. With that being said, he's been given a fair thumbs up to fight for his family's honor. Your family needs to see you fight for them now. Maybe the fight isn't, Josh, so much about being aligned with racist and yoked with dirty retired cops, but more so explaining the cultures of a multi-racial family. Explore that online and show that, because I tell you what, there's probably more help that you could do in trying to explore and help the United States and the racism problem that we currently have right now, Josh. You could use your family and your bond under Christ with your ethnic mixed wife to bring all the awareness in the world. All the awareness in the world, sir. You could be the thing that makes other mixed, your children can be examples, and you can be examples to other mixed racial families that are having issues, meshing, right? There is always going to be issues trying to mesh, step families. There's issues. There's issues when meshing interracial relationships, right? There's just pressures, right? You know this, Josh. You know this. And for you to continue, like Josh, you know I know, Josh. You know I know. It's not even about families. What it is about being with your wife and your mixed race kids out at the grocery store and them looking at you like you're handicapped or something, right? You know what I'm talking about, Josh. And what do? Do you stand up with pride and admiration for your queen and your two sons? Of course you do. Why not here? Why here does all dignity and morality and ethics leave you when you hit that button? You don't care. You forget about what you stand for every day in the grocery store next to the broccoli and the rubber banded asparagus, sir. Fuck you, me, bro. Be you all the time, bro. Let there not be different yous. I'm telling you, Josh, you have done good here. You can also do good in helping other families with the pressures of being mixed. You knew, Josh. You know how it goes, Josh. You know you got to break them down first and at the end build them up. You have to. Josh, it would only be by the resentment in your heart that you could not turn this around and come back to Benny and say, Benny, bro, man, I don't agree with everything you do. Look here, he's talking about my sexuality, ruining my life, and all I'm telling you still this second, Josh, is protect your family first from the racism, right? You can't be around and insensitive talk for very long like you are over there without letting it wear off on you and you becoming mildly or moderately or majorly anti-Semitic. Look here. It is his true self. Black wife and kids or not. If he's okay with a racist, he is a racist. I'm not okay with racism. Let me tell you what. Don Wells been through way more prisons and jails and institutions than Doug could ever imagine. But let me tell you what, sir, because I've asked, Don don't have not one anti-Semitic tattoo. You have 4. The one in the 4, that makes 2. The 88, that makes 2 more, sir. It isn't like 1 leg, 2 legs. No, you got 4 anti-Semitic tattoos, man. Don don't have none of that. So you could say that Don's talk was insensitive. Maybe anti-Semitic or racist, if that's what you want, bro. But see, how can you even delve into that subject here, man? You've got a real fucking, you need to have an epiphany, sir. You need an epiphany immediately. You need what they call an aha moment, a moment of clarity, right? Wake up and smell roses. I don't know how else you want me to say it to you, sir. But what you do is protect all of that. You've got extra things you have to protect than just a Caucasian family or just a black family. You put yourself there, Josh. You and your wife put yourselves there. Especially when you come on YouTube and you're doing the opposite of what your real life suggests you do. That's all I'm saying, man. Like, don't come on here and be no fucking bigotrous contradiction, dude. Like, that don't even, you could try to talk slick and do whatever you want, bro, but like, I'm calling you out, bro. You can't be both things. Pick a way you gotta choose, or you gonna fuck around and lose. I promise you, sir. You gotta pick a way. Family and good, clean, true crime, or we're just gonna all think that your family, like your wife is, like, I know your wife isn't, I don't know her, but what I'm saying is I know a black ebony queen is not going to let a Caucasian man come on here and be dealing with no racist for very long. It's an oxymoron. She's not gonna let that happen that much. You know, see, the only way you can keep her from seeing this shit is if you what? If you yoke her, right? Don't you go on there, girl, and watch Benny Keys, because he's spitting the truth. Don't you do it, girl. You can't be both things, Josh. Ain't no way. Pick a way you lose, or you gonna fuck around and lose. I'm telling you, bro. You can't be both things. That doesn't fit here, right? That don't fit here. You gotta pick a way. What happened between him and Griff? I mean, what happened between him and everybody? It's nothing different. It's just like Doug chews on people for a while, and then when they don't suit his taste anymore, he spits them out. Or they run away from him. And when they run away from, man, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something, man. Most of these people, they don't even mess with 10% of their followers or people that have subscribed to them or their believers, whatever you want to call them, fans, whatever. When you don't, like, so if you got 29,000 and you reach 10% every time, and you have to have 2,900 likes, 2,900, people in your chats, like, man, you're dealing with like 400 or 500 people out of all the people, right? Doug puts up something and he gets 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 likes on community posts. Fuck, dude, you got 29,000. People don't watch that shit. Shame on the people who do and don't. Shame on the people that are subscribed and don't interact with that shit, because what you're doing is you just got dormant hate just in your phone, right? I'm not subscribed to no dormant hate. Anyways, guys, I don't know how much more I can kick this horse. Easy. In the last 2 days, I've heard 2 creators say that they're moving from their houses. Why? Why like in the middle of a war are you moving from your house? That don't make no sense. Behind glass, we can still see the racism, Doug. It's still there, bro. Until all these older women started paying him because they are bored and they like the chaos and drama. Wouldn't be on a GP yard. Hell no, he wouldn't be. Man, he'd be in a cage. They put him out in a dog run. Man, he get fed that grain loaf. That's why Doug finished his bid, solitary for safety. Hell yeah, you know what? They don't let no tattoo machines back there in solitary, man. You don't even have books. So that's how you know. General population, they would have made him finish them tattoos and get a whole bunch more. A whole bunch more content. Man, Josh, just put it on your heart, bro. You just want to plant a seed, man. There's no reason to come on here and say things like you're gonna ruin my life and I don't have enough mods and like, dude, snap back to reality, bro. Like, we're not talking about online stuff, bro. This is like real in your real life, right? I love all of you, man. Remember, the absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence. I'll see y'all here in a couple hours or so. Bye-bye.